Now, News 10's John Swanner was at that news conference with ISU Athletics.
He's also been talking with community leaders and former players. He joins us now live from Bob Warren Field. John?
Good evening, Patrice and Rondrell. Well, perhaps the disappointment that we all feel here locally runs deepest with former Sycamore baseball players. They find themselves living with an agonizing reality that the program that they helped build will not be hosting a super regional for the first time in program history. That's quite a feat for a program as small as Indiana State University. But now the current Sycamores are going to have to set all of this aside and focus on winning in Fort Worth and advancing to Omaha to the College World Series.
They're not going to come out and say much. They're tough. Their focus should be on winning this weekend. But this is another obstacle thrown in their way that you know, is unfortunate.
Brady Shoemaker played 2 seasons at Indiana State University. He was among a group chat of former players who are in complete disbelief over ISU's decision to pass on hosting super regionals. A team meeting in 2009 presented plans for the new stadium built with a promise.
Was presented with the stadium and was told to host regionals, super regionals. You know, with hope in mind that we would one day do that, and here it is. And this past weekend should be a testimony to everybody that's put that work and time and effort into doing that.
Both Mayor Duke Bennett and Dave Patterson of the Convention and Visitors Bureau told me that ISU made its decision not to host super regionals about a week ago. The university failed to submit a bid on time to the NCAA.
In hindsight, it would have been a collective community decision if staffing and those things were the big concern. This community steps up when it needs to. That's been my experience.
For Shoemaker and other former players, they now turn their attention back to supporting the players who are still alive with a chance to play in the College World Series. Yet, in the backs of their minds, knowing the community lost out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
But as a former player, it hurts. Last night, you're up talking to former players and group text messages and just kind of confused on how we've got to this point.
And keep in mind, fans, that the only time the Indiana State University Sycamores made the College World Series was back in 1986. So this is a big moment that they're in right now. Now, you heard Clink Scales talk about community sport within the last 24 hours or so. He did say that he reached out to some members of the community in late May during the consideration process to remove the bid for the super regional. We asked him if that included Mayor Duke Bennett and Dave Patterson. He said that he did not reach out to Mayor Bennett, but he did say that he talked to Patterson during the bid process for the regional and the super regional. Both men said that they have not heard from Clink Scales since that process. We're live at Bob Warren Field, an empty Bob Warren Field. Patrice and Rondrell, back to you.